Hello everyone. Today we are going to explore a fascinating and essential aspect of child psychology, cognitive development in early childhood. This stage of development is one of the most rapid and important in person's life. Between ages 2 to 6, children go through tremendous changes in how they think, understand the world, and interact with it. Understanding these changes help educators, parents, and caregivers support children in the best way possible. So let's begin by understanding what cognitive development actually means. So, what is cognitive development? Let's start with a basic definition. Cognitive development refers to how children develop the ability to think, remember, learn, and solve problems. During early childhood, the brain grows rapidly. Children begin to ask questions like why is sky blue or where do the babies come from, like which shows their desire to understand the world. This stage is marked by the beginning of symbolic thoughts. Children learn the world and the images can represent real world things. They also begin to improve their memory, attention span, and the use of language. So, cognitive development is more than just learning ABC and 1 to 3. It's about how children understand and process everything around them. So, now let's move toward the key stages. I'll give you the Piaget theory. Now, let's look at the Jean Piaget theory, one of the most influential in understanding cognitive development. During early childhood, children are in pre-operational stage like age 2 to 7. In this stage, children begin to think in symbols like words and images. They use pretend play like pretending a banana is a phone. Talks a lot but often without a logical structure. However, their thinking is still egocentric. They have difficulty seeing things from others' perspective. For example, if a child covered their eyes and can't see you, they think you can't see them either. They also struggle with understanding cause and effect or organizing things logically. So, these are the few key stages. Now, let's move toward the characteristics of cognitive development. Now, let's talk about some main characteristics of cognitive growth during early childhood. Children learn language quickly, often adding hundreds of words to their vocabulary. They develop imagination and love pretend play. They begin to ask a lot of questions like why does it rain? Which is a sign of curiosity and cognitive engagement. They also starts to show signs of logical thinking, thoughts still like their thoughts are still limited. Attention span gets longer and they can focus on tasks for several minutes at a time. These signs shows that their brains are developing rapidly. Now let's move toward the factors affecting cognitive development. Not every child develops at the same pace. Here are some of the factors that influence their cognitive growth. First one is genetics and brain development. Some children are like naturally more curious or learn faster. Environment, a stimulating home or classroom can enhance their growth. Caregiver interactions like talking, reading, and playing with children help build brains connections. Nutrition and health, a well fed and healthy child learn better. Play and learning opportunities when children are given toys, books, and safe space to explore their thinking patterns, so they affect their development. Every small positive interactions matter for a child. So these are the few factors that affect cognitive development. Now let's move toward how to support cognitive development. Now, how can we as a teacher, as a parent, and as a caregiver support your child mental growth? First of all, encourage exploration. Let your child try new things and solve simple problems. And if they are able to solve simple problems, move towards the difficult problems. Now use educational toys like toys that involve sorting, building, puzzles, matchings that help their brain development. Read books daily. This improves vocabulary, imagination and memory. Ask open-ended questions like, instead of did you like the story, ask what would you do if you were in that story. Create a safe, stimulating environment. Like, children need to feel safe to learn well. These actions are greatly improve the child mental abilities. Now, let's move toward the conclusion. To wrap it up, cognitive development in early childhood is the foundation for all future learning. Supporting a child thinking abilities early can lead to success in school as well as in life. We must be patient, responsive, and encouraging, because the way a child brain grows today shapes the adult they become tomorrow. Let's remember that children are not just learning facts, they are learning how to think. Thank you for your all attention. I hope today's sessions helped you understand how children develop cognitively and why early years are so important. As educators and caregivers, we play a critical role in nourishing a child's mind. Let's continue to provide safe, stimulating, and loving environment that help every child to reach their full potential. Does anyone of you have any questions, or would anyone like to share observations from their own teaching or parenting experience? You can also share that. Thank you so much for your attention and for your time.